Welcome everyone! Today's project is called Bone Engineering, a Test of Strength. We're going to explore how biomedical engineers study bones and materials, and then we'll test different materials to see which one act the most like a real bone. Today we have three main goals. First, we'll learn what biomedical engineers do and what bones are made of. Second, we'll grow by testing materials and improving our thinking. And third, we'll test which material behaves most like a bone in terms of strength and flexibility. So what are biomedical engineers? Biomedical engineers combine biology, medicine, and engineering to solve health problems. They design prosthetics, medical devices, and rehabilitation tools. Their work helps people live healthier and safer lives. They also use something called human-centered design. All this means is that they focus on people first, understanding their needs, testing ideas, and improving their designs. This process helps engineers create devices that are safe, comfortable, and effective. And here's some background info on our design challenge today. So why do engineers study bones? Well, this is because they design implants and artificial bones that need to be strong, flexible, and safe. Understanding how bones work and what they're made of in the first place helps engineers choose the best material for their medical devices. So, bones are made of several important materials. Calcium and phosphorus make the bones hard and tough. Water helps bones absorb impact without breaking. This is especially important when people are playing sports or doing physical activity. The water helps decrease that impact so that they won't get hurt. Collagen is also a protein that bones have, and it helps give them flexibility. A lot of times people talk about collagen and that it's in our skin, which makes our skin flexible, but it's also in our bones as well. Bones are strong and flexible, and that's what makes them special. So your challenge today is to find out which material acts the most like a real bone. You'll test paper, cardboard, and popsicle sticks to see which is the strongest and which bends the most before breaking. For this experiment, you'll use cardboard, popsicle sticks, paper, books or blocks, scissors, a plastic cup with coins or tokens of the same size and roughly the same weight, tape, a ruler, and a pencil. But before testing, let's make a hypothesis. Which material do you think will be the strongest? Which one do you think will bend the most before breaking? Engineers always have to make predictions before testing. So step 1. First, cut 3 cardboard strips and 3 paper strips, each measuring 2 centimeters by 15 centimeters. These, along with the 3 popsicle sticks, will be your bone samples. Next, place 2 books roughly 14 centimeters apart. Lay 1 bone sample across the gap and tape the ends to the books. Then, tape a plastic cup to the center of the sample. Then, slowly add the coins or tokens or whatever weights you choose to the cup. Watch slowly to see when the material bends or breaks. Record the amount of weights you added and repeat the test 3 times for each bone sample material. Then, of course, you have to record your data. Write down your results for each trial. So this will be the amount of weights you added into the cup before the sample broke. And then calculate the average, which is the amount for 3 trials added up divided by 3. Recording data like this helps engineers make fair comparisons between materials and to truly see the difference. Now you have to analyze or understand your data and results. So which material was the strongest? Which one bent instead of snapping? And which one do you think behaved the most like a real bone? So you may be asking yourself, well, why does this matter in the first place? Engineers study stress, which is the force on a material, and strain, which is how much it bends. This material helps design safe bone implants and prosthetics that won't fail inside the body. In real medicine and design, engineers use titanium implants for strength, ceramic coatings to help bones grow, and artificial bones designed to copy nature. So for example, the top image is a real titanium implant that could be used during a hip implant, and the bottom is a titanium implant that is replaced into the bone during a tooth implant. Your experiment uses the same ideas, but on a way smaller scale. So now it's time to think like an engineer. Which material surprised you? And why is flexibility just as important as strength? And how could engineers design an even better artificial bone with better materials? And of course, when you're finished with your project, you can scan the QR code to share a picture of your project with us. Great work today testing materials like a real engineer. Thank you and stay creating.